What? Why the fuck did my control? What is? Hold. I think I broke the game, guys. Oh no! I know what's wrong.
Go. I need my fucking... Anyway, welcome to Season 1 Race 5 of F2 in NPL. We are here with 6 people as usual, and it's currently one-shot qualifying, heading through the first corner. And so far it's DJ Llama, currently fastest. He got pole position last time out at Miami in his debut race. And we have no new drivers for this race. We have a bunch of returning drivers. I think these are all the same drivers pretty much we had last time out in Miami, excluding Red Trayman. Red Trayman didn't make it today because his Wi-Fi is too horrible to do so. But as it stands, DJ Llama's currently first. Yayyyy, the championship leader, down in 4th. So not having the best session so far. Must have made a mistake. But DJ Llama looking to get pole position 2 in a row. 2 for 2 in his career in F2, which would be very good for him and Road Motorsport as well. CB currently second. Oh, he's just gone down to 3rd. Oh, never mind. He had a great corner there. He's actually pretty fast here in this middle sector. He could actually be in contention for pole position here in just his second race. Oh, Devas has retired as he crashed. Not sure how you can crash at this track. It's a difficult one, but I did see what happened there. It's unfortunate. But heading through the final 2 corners now. Looks like DJ Llama is going to get pole position here by a healthy margin. Coming around the final corner. Comes across the line with the DRS now. It's a 1 minute 12.9. Pole position by 7/10 of a second. Great lap there from DJ Llama to take pole away from second place. He was second CB. Good luck from him. Just a second out. That is. So there's both of the drivers that made their debut in F2 last time out in Miami have managed to luck out the front row today. Should have strategically started 3rd, so you had the outside. Well, this is another wet race here in F2. We had one earlier this season in Imola. That race was horrible. If you try and do the whole race on one set of tires, you will pop your tires. Yeah, you know, Riley of all people would know that that's not certain. He made that strategy work quite well at Imola, I thought. You gave him a podium. Anyway, DJ Llama goes from pole position. Can CB get the lead going into the first corner? I think he can. Yes, he does. Into the lead goes the Triton of CB. He goes through to turn 1, and Corey's leading from DJ Llama in second. Though he does get the switchback, and he immediately goes back down the inside. Yayyyy drawn up to 3rd place already. We have Ground Crackers in 4th, the Low Mass in 5th. Devas, who crashed in qualifying, I believe, or something like that, is now in 6th place. Chasing down Levas now. He is now ahead of him going down the inside. We have a huge battle here for second. Here comes Yayyyy John down the inside of DJ Llama. Contact. They're side by side in the hairpin. In through turn 3. Up 2 places already. Oh, now for 1 place is Yayyyy John, but he's side by side for the lead. CB struggling for traction off the corner. Ground Crackers going side by side, and they're heading into the 4th turn now. Down the straight. Everyone is side by side besides the final 2 cars on the track. And Yayyyy now takes the lead now from 3rd on the grid. Is now ahead of DJ Llama, the driver who we battled with for the win last time out in Miami. And they're continuing their battle on today at Austria. Great graphics here on Alpha 25, I just realized. Looks really cool. Yayyyy John leading the way then. We have DJ Llama second. Goes together here today. Looks like it's going to be a competitive race here at Austria, as it often is, given the short track layout. One of the best NPL races of all time in Season 10 in the F1 League race. Let's see how F2 is today in the rain. Going wide there is Yayyyy, struggling for traction there. DJ steering through the final corner, but he's already broken a huge gap from 3rd place Ground Crackers, who's under huge pressure from CB now. Yayyyy John there with the purple final sector will... Well, I think that is the case, because he actually lost a lot of time to DJ in that last sector. but it's heading through into turn 1. DJ is right behind him now, no DRS obviously because of the wet conditions, and he's now chasing down the lead. There is DJ Lama on Yayyyy John. Looks like once again DJ struggling for straight line speed here. Going into turn 3, just like it was in Miami, Costi just spun off on the grass, but he did not. Meanwhile, Devas got ahead of Riley in 5th place now. That's good for him in the Invicta. Up to 5th place he goes. We have no teammates this race. Everyone is in their own team and hasn't got a teammate. DJ Lama, I believe, just went very wide, trying the outside line of the track, trying to get more grip on the wet part of the circuit around the outside where the dry line is not. There is very wide himself. So the top 2 look very close. Ground Pack is also with a purple middle sector, looking fast in that Campos car, looking to get second away. He's broken over a second gap from CB behind him. He's under immense pressure. There's a battle behind for 5th place between Lomas and Devas through the final sector. Devas though still side by side with Lomas, and he does get back past into 5th place. Great lap there from Yayyyy. Ground Pack is actually closing in there. Once again with the purple final sector, he looks really fast in that section of the track. And the wet conditions, it's looking very competitive here in this F2 race. Yayyyy looking like the favourite for this championship. We currently have a huge lead in the championship at the moment. So that's DJ Lama behind. And the closest battle on track is the one for 5th place between Devas and Lomas. He's also, Devas is chasing down CB in 4th place and he's right behind him coming off the corner. Really struggling for traction off this corner now. Devas, the winner in Bahrain, looking pretty quick in 5th place. But battle for leader continuing on. Yayyyy looks to be very consistent here in the MP Motorsport car. Just pulling away a bit more on this lap. And DJ Lama in 2nd place. Graham Crackers though right behind. DJ continuing on. Right behind him, that they're really struggling for grip out there in these wet conditions. Meanwhile, Devas is up into 4th place, down the inside of CB. I didn't see how that happened, I shouldn't have been paying attention. Meanwhile, though, he's going to try and come back out and maybe going through into the final 2 corners. Can he make a move on the inside? No, he does not. Oh, it was very close between the two. They almost made contact to go through that. It was very close. Meanwhile, DJ Lama once again gaining all of his time in that final sector and really looking faster. Yayyyy once again with the fastest lap of the race, only just over DJ Lama in 2nd place. But he did extend his lead on that lap. Meanwhile, CB is side by side with Lomas now. He's really struggling for grip out here in the Trident after starting 2nd place. He's not looking as good in the wet conditions here, giving on a dry setup. Right up into 5th place. He's now gone off 4 places this race, unfortunately. DJ now within half a second of Yayyyy. On my screen he went wide, but he did not. Thanks, Wi-Fi. DJ needs to stop going on that sausage grab. He's going to cost himself time going off that corner. Because obviously easier said than done, but that's going to cost him time to exit that turn with the traction control, especially that he has. That's going to cost him big time through that corner. Really good corner there for DJ. Losing about 10th in the entry on Yayyyy. Lost it on the exit though, unfortunately. CB behind the landmass. 5th place. This is the first spot on track still. CB though, I think can come back at Riley here for 6th place. Really struggling for grip out there in the wet conditions. The car really is not compliant through these medium speed corners. And meanwhile, Riley does go wide there. CB just struggling for traction. The car sliding around the rear, just not doing what he wants it to. Here comes DJ once again now. Need you in this race. DJ, come back at him. It's the only battle on track now, or at least the only one that's within a second. Yayyyy John, barely. Oh, and Delos gets the fastest lap of the race. He's looking racy in the Invicta. Slightly faster than Yayyyy. It would be good to see him get back into the lead fight. He's one of the title contenders this season. DJ Lama though is the closest he's been so far this race to the back of Yayyyy John on that 5 of 20 here in Austria. Can he make a move down the inside into the hairpin? He's a bit too far back to try it, but he has got a personal best first sector there. 500, 700 previous best lap time. Looking very close between the top 2. Inseparable on the racetrack here today. The consistency of DJ Lama looks great today in the wet conditions. Meanwhile, Dervas is now only 7 tenths behind Ground Crackers for 3rd place in the Campos car. Can he get a move done this lap or in the coming laps? I think it looks likely at this rate with the pace he has. He's one of the fastest cars on track, if not the fastest. He was last lap at least. We'll see how he is this lap. He can continue that pace up. Sorry, keep that pace up. Anyway, DJ right behind Yayyyy John though, who's sliding through this middle sector. This is costing both of them time. Yayyyy really struggling in these conditions here. Personal best middle sector now as DJ goes down the inside, side by side for the lead now. Coming off the corner. On the curb, he's going to struggle for traction, but he's going to stay on the inside. I think DJ's not quite alongside, but it's so close to these two now. But this is where DJ gains the most time. He could maybe get a switchback here. He's going for it. It's down the inside, he goes into the final corner. This is a risky move, and he's going to make it. What a move there from DJ Lama through the final turn. Can Yayyyy go back past him is the question. And now DJ Lama takes the lead back. He was on pole position, he finally gets back to position, and Devas once again gets the fastest lap of the race. He's looking by far the fastest car on track at the moment. And this battle continues to get more interesting as Graham is slowly closing in now. Now he's almost within a second of Yayyyy John in second place. Devas is right behind Graham for third. And this race is coming alive here in Austria now as we head through lap 6. Going into turn 3, big overspeed there. Down the inside goes Yayyyy, back into the lead of the race. Will DJ get stretched back? Yes, he does. He massively outbraked himself and he runs wide. And Yayyyy now loses the lead once again. But he has far superior straight line speed. I've noticed down that straight. He had a huge overspeed going into turn 3. Devas though, right behind Graham Crackers for third place. He is only 3.5 tenths behind him, and these cars are all really congested now. Graham Crackers really seems confident in these conditions now, as he's closing in on the race leaders now. We have a 4-car lead fight brewing up here in Austria. As we've seen in NPL before, this track continues to provide some of the best racing you'll ever see. As Yayyyy John right behind DJ Lama, just about staying within touching distance of his car, but it's very... It's okay, but at the moment actually DJ Lama is pulling away with John, and it looks like DJ Lama has the superior pace. Devas needs to make a move here on Graham Crackers very soon. But as I say that, Graham Crackers runs wide. Is this his opportunity as he goes down the inside to the final corner? It's side by side. He's going to lose momentum on the exit because he's got that compromised entry, and now he is right behind. DJ Lama gets the fastest lap of the race, and Devas lost a lot of time in that last sector trying to get past the campus of Graham Crackers. But Yayyyy, with the superior straight line speed, should close in rapidly on DJ Lama down these straights. He lost a bit of time on the exit of turn 1 there as he went onto the sausage curb. Here comes Devas though. Can he get past Graham Crackers going into turn 3? It looks like he's going to try and move here. Just needs to not outbrake himself. He's got a great chance to make a move into turn 3 here. No defense given from Graham Crackers as Devas, the driver who won in Bahrain, goes for the inside line. He brakes too late though, and that means that Graham Crackers will not get back past him, but it's still really close between them. Almost touching the back of his car as Devas as they head down the straight, heading into turn 4 now down the hill. Can he make a move? He's going to try it maybe into turn 4. Doesn't want to outbrake himself. That looked like a nice braking zone. He's going to go into the corner. It's hard to get a switch back in turn 4. Nevertheless, Graham Crackers tries to get one. He's still on the inside line, but with the struggle for traction, he's not going to get alongside, and Devas does take third place away. He's now got 3 places in this race from last position. He's looking like the favourite to win this race at the pace he has at the moment. But DJ Lama with great track position, 8.5 tenths ahead of Yayyyy John in second place, heading into the sector that he seems to struggle with when it comes to his pace relative to DJ Lama's. As CB loses touch now with the limb as he seems to start gaining time back on him. He's now lost that time once again, unfortunately. Graham Crackers though, right behind Devas. He's now going to set his sights after the race leaders, Yayyyy John and DJ Lama, who are really struggling in these conditions in comparison to what it looks like. But Yayyyy John actually has lost, he's gone more than a second now behind Yayyyy John, behind DJ Lama. And Devas is closing in that gap gradually now. He lost some clean air between himself and Yayyyy John now as he's already closed in 2 tenths in the first corner alone. Great exit from him. He's almost within a second of him already. Looking very fast is Devas in with his victor, and the top 3 are pretty much neck and neck here. Purple first sector for Devas, 2.5 tenths faster than his previous best lap through there. The track seems to be drying up just a little bit, or at least the conditions are improving, because the car lap times are really dropping quickly here. Getting close to the crossover point, I think, because I think it stopped raining. I can't tell from this angle, but it's very close between them. Devas sliding a little bit too much on this. Oh no, Yayyyy John's gone wide. Will this give second place to Devas? Yes, it does. And Devas takes second place from Yayyyy, the championship leader, struggling in the wet conditions here. It's 2.5 seconds off the race lead. We haven't seen this kind of struggle from Yayyyy John so far this season. It's looking like he is really finding these conditions difficult in the rainy conditions at Austria today. We saw rainy conditions in NPL back in season 8. We saw a wet race decided. The very end of the race was a late safety car in the F1s. This is the last time I had a wet race in Austria. But Devas needs to pull away from Yayyyy if he wants to set his sights on DJ Lama in first place. In terms of pure pace, it looks like he has the pace. And look at that, fastest lap by 3 tenths of a second quicker than DJ Lama that lap, despite being in a battle with Yayyyy John. Heading through turn 1 he goes now, looking pretty quick. Yayyyy does have really good straight line speed though in that MP Motorsport car, as he has had many times this season. He seems to have the fastest car in the straights in Miami last time out, but Dervas really rapidly closing in. Can he do a last to first here in Austria? Looking plausible here today. He's the fastest car on track at the moment. Just needs to sort out his steering up, I think, a little bit going through these long corners. Just the one coming up in turn 4 last lap. He slid a little bit too much on the way in because he turned too much. Rear end wasn't as compliant as the front. Let's see how he does this lap. But he does look very confident regardless. The most confident car on track. He's now slowly closing it. Actually, I wouldn't even say slowly, rapidly closing it at this rate on DJ Lama in first place. He's gained 6/10 on this lap alone. So he looks much faster here today than DJ Lama in first place. So it's all going to be down to the defense of DJ Lama in first position if he wants to preserve the race win chances for himself here. But John in third place is closing in on Dervas in second. He was for a moment in the graphic. But Dervas looks to be just so much faster here, so much more confident than the cars around him. Dervas lost time there. Oh, and the CB gets a penalty for track limits as he heads through the final corner. It's gone very wide. He's lost huge amounts of time there on Lomas. Dervas lost some time in that final part of the lap. He's already almost 7/10 again, so he's 6/10 faster than his previous lap. On that last lap, a great charge for the lead here from Dervas. But DJ Lama seems to have picked up the pace a little bit here in response. Great personal best first sector from DJ Lama. He really nailed that first corner, but it's purple once again for Dervas in the first sector, who continues his charge on DJ Lama in first place. And he gains huge amounts of time now on the exit of turn 3, already within 1.5 seconds now of DJ Lama, and he's pulling Yayyyy with him. So the top 3 slowly closing towards each other, and it's definitely stopped raining. I think it will actually get dry by the final 5 laps of this race at this rate. We'll see what strategy you can do. Oh, and once again, Yayyyy goes wide into the gravel. Will this give Graham Crackers encouragement to take third place away from him now? As Lomas is closing in on Graham Crackers' fourth place, it's so close here this race today. Constant changing, constant comers and goes in this race. As once again, Dervas with a purple middle sector, 2/10 faster than his previous best lap. Looking to get to the 1 minute 22s here this lap, so the track is rapidly drying. I think they're really close to the crossover point to dry conditions here now. Based on the lap times alone, and here is Dervas now trying to close in on DJ Lama. It's pretty similar between them. He seems to lose all of his time in that final sector, but still the fastest lap of the race goes to Dervas with a 1:22.6, gaining still consistent time here on DJ Lama in first place. He just seems to get on the power way quicker because I don't think he uses traction control. I don't know. If he does, I think he uses less than DJ Lama does, which is really making a difference in these wet conditions. And once again, a purple first sector for Dervas, sorry. Look at this, the pace ramping up here as the track dries out. And who will be the first to try dry tyres? Surely it'll be CB in last place, looking to try a different strategy and benefit from it. You'd think he'd be the first to fit on some wet tyres, so dry tyres I should say. As meanwhile the third place is intensified. We have now got Graham Crackers and Lomas in a train, both of which under a second behind Yayyyy in third place. And hitting the back of him is Graham Crackers heading through the braking zone, as they are now very close together. This is the closest battle on track, battle for third place. And Yayyyy struggling massively in these conditions here. I think he used too much of his tyres in that first part of his stint trying to run away from the field, and it did work out at the start of the race, but now it's really swung in favour of his opposition as he's struggling for grip on the exit of these corners. Meanwhile though, Dervas is right behind DJ Lama now. He's gaining a huge amount of time this lap. He's getting over a second on DJ Lama, heading through this final sector now. DJ Lama once again running wide and gaining time on Dervas, but it's already lost a second this lap. As you come down to the 1 minute 21.9. What a great lap from Dervas. Graham Crackers putting in huge pressure. And Lomas is, as meanwhile CB pits. Will he pit for dry tyres? This could be a risk, but it might be worth taking. Oh, he's sped in the pit lane, and that compounds his poor day. So close to not speeding there through the pit lane. But we're going to look at the battle for the lead now between Dervas and DJ Lama, as it looks very, very close fights on track here. Dervas, oh, his DRS has been enabled. I didn't notice that until just now. And he has got DRS, does Dervas, on DJ Lama in first place. And this is going to make this battle for third place more interesting, as Lomas is right behind Graham Crackers for fourth place, and he's putting a huge amount of pressure on him. He looks like one of the faster cars on track himself now. As Dervas is right behind DJ Lama, putting in huge amounts of pressure. DJ Lama needs to stay composed, and he will have a chance to win this race with just 8 laps to go when they cross the line this time by. Another purple sector for Dervas, looking for his second win of the season. He won in Bahrain in the first race of the season. He's looking for another win here in race 5, 4 races later. Yayyyy John, 4.5 seconds off for second place, struggling massively for grip in these corners. Dry tyres do look quicker actually. At this point in time, he's gaining huge amounts of time. And fair enough, Ground Crackers, so too does Alone, although he doesn't. Ground Crackers might actually have a chance to take the lead of the race here. This could be a perfect strategy for him, as the dry tyres are much faster now. DJ goes wide in turn 1, here comes Dervas for the running lead. A Leicester first here from Dervas. What a performance here from the Invictor of Dervas, looking to win this race. But the DRS now in favour of DJ Lama as he comes down the straight. How? Will he get a good exit? Oh no, and Dervas struggling for traction off the corner, as DJ Lama's right behind him now. The battle continues on into turn 4. He goes to the outside line. Will he try and go around the outside here? Down the hill they go. They plunge downhill. Braking late. Side by side through the corner. Giving him space as Dervas. And the momentum will swing in DJ Lama's favour. But the inside line goes to Dervas now. And they're side by side. 3 minutes after contact. He goes to the inside of the track. Will DJ Lama send a move? Yes, he does. To the inside he goes. And they're side by side heading through the middle sector. What a battle this is for the race lead between these two cars. Dervas goes off the track. He gets pushed wide there by DJ Lama. And he's lost huge amounts of time now on him. It might be worth going onto the dry tyres because look at the time being gained by the two cars behind on the dry tyres. Ground Crackers on the soft tyre now, looking very rapid. What a race we have here in Austria today. Probably the best race of the season in terms of pure action. And there goes Yayyyy into the pit lane. Lomas opts to stay out. Dervas is now pitting from second place. This could be big trouble for DJ Lama in first, as these cars behind are gaining huge amounts of time on the wet tyre runners. And Lomas gets the fastest lap of the race on the wet tyre now. Let's have a look what Ground Crackers can do. What can CB do on the super soft tyre? To the final sector, CB's actually gaining time on Ground Crackers now. He's only 2.8 seconds behind him. Having been much further behind before that. Looking like a really fast driver on track at the moment is CB. In the Trident. Out the final corner they come. This is definitely going to be the fastest lap of the race from CB. Look at that. Way faster on the dry tyre. DJ Lama and Lomas have made a huge mistake here, I believe. They are going to really lose massive amounts of time here, unless they can nail this lap. Dervas is going to be gaining huge amounts of time on the super soft, but that tyre will break quickly. I think it is the right time to go into that super soft though. I think CB went a little bit too early for that tyre. The soft tyre for Ground Crackers, he gets a purple first sector. Look at that, the dry tyres are much faster. CB made a great decision there. He's gotten ahead of Yayyyy John. Penalty, unfortunately, will sort of cost him time in this race to the cars behind, but Yayyyy John is behind CB, and that says a lot because he was way ahead of CB before CB pitted. Now Yayyyy John a great chance to claim that position. Meanwhile, though, DJ Lama in the dams, pitting now. That was the right decision. Will he retain the lead of the race? Lema's pitting as well. So, this is where things get important. Ground Crackers is currently leading the race here because of that strategy that he pulled off. I don't know why I didn't notice that until just now. What a strategy call from Ground Crackers. He's now taken the lead of the race, and surely he'll keep it here. DJ Lama's going to lose a huge amount of track position here. Fastest lap of the race for Ground Crackers. Can Lomas beat it? Ground Dervas, he can't. Ground Crackers is in the hot seat to win this race. Out of nowhere, Ground Crackers could be the favourite to win today, as he is on the favourite tyre in terms of longevity. And DJ Lama, having led the race, is now in last place. A disaster for DJ Lama today. Just a strategy blunder has cost him the chance to win this race. But there's still a chance for a safety car and all to play for in this race, as Dervas runs wide through turn 3 and costs himself time to Ground Crackers in first. And now Ground Crackers looking to be the one on the charge. What a race here today. Yayyyy John's actually losing time to CB in front, and at this rate we could see CB pulling up of a gap to get another podium here in his second race in F2, making it 2 for 2 in terms of podiums in his career, which would be a great start to his career in F2. Dervas though, in second place, is charging towards Ground Crackers, currently with a purple in the sector by 3.8 seconds on his previous best lap time. Just goes to show how fast that tyre is. And Dervas now in second place is charging down towards Ground Crackers. He looks so consistent, so speedy here in the Invicta. Never exceeds track limits. Look at that, half a second faster. And CB gets the fastest lap of the race. He's the fastest car on track now. What a race. I didn't expect that. And now we have a 3-car fight for the lead potentially. And I think CB will absolutely have the pace to get a podium today. And if he can continue the pace, and if maybe, you know, not trying to wish it upon anyone, if a collision happens between the top two, if they battle, we could see CB take the lead of the race. But And that would mean that every single driver besides Lomas would have led the race today. This is definitely going to be an interesting end to this race. Wait, what? Fortunate for CB for the speeding in the pit lane, also for the 3-second penalty he got track limits. The game does not let you serve 3-second penalties, but it is a rule in NPL that has been stated in the new set of rules that you can serve 3-second penalties yourself in the pit lane manually by just stopping in the pit box for 3 seconds and then going. Then the stewards will take away your penalty. That's a rule that we have. Devas closing in still on Grand Crackers. He is the fastest car on track. CB looking pretty quick himself. 1 minute 15.1. It wasn't the fastest lap there. The top two struggling for grip as the tyres degrade. This is the point where the dry tyres will become quite a bit slower now, especially the super soft. The soft tyre will be advantageous towards the end of the race, and it will go in Grand Crackers' favour once again. So it's not over yet, this battle for the lead here between these two. The super soft will degrade way faster than the soft tyre, and it is purple for a second once again. Dervas half a second faster, and going in very deep into the corner. That might be a defensive trick there from Grand Crackers, but he's now gotten a much better exit off the corner. And the Diros now giving to Dervas, heading down the straight. This is a battle for the race lead here in the final laps of the race. Good defending here from Grand Crackers so far. With just 3 laps to go in the cross line next time by. It's still anyone's game at the front between Dervas and Grand Crackers for the win. What an interesting race this is. The championship leader, Yayyyy John, down 1 place in this race, currently going to be on course to get a podium. Given the penalty that's going CB's way, unfortunately. Personal best middle sector for Yayyyy John, according to my Delta. As Dervas is now all over the back of Grand Crackers for the race lead. This is a very fascinating end to this race. Can Grand Crackers get his first career win in F2? And can Dervas make it his second career win in the series? Making the only B2 winners so far in F2 history. Going down into turn 1. 1:15.0. No, sorry, 1:14.8 I think it was. Yeah. 1 minute 14.8 for CB is the fastest lap of this race. But Dervas is right behind Grand Crackers once again. Once again, Grand Crackers runs in really wide. He's struggling under the pressure here. And now side by side for the lead between the two of them. And the DRS is in Dervas' favour now. As they come off the corner, Dervas with superior pace is pulling alongside. And he will look as though he's going to get the lead, as he does. Going into turn 4, but Grand Crackers will send it on the outside line. Will he go for it? Yes, he does. Goes off into the gravel. Oh, there's contact between the leaders. He hit the curb. I think he almost touched the grass there, or the gravel, sorry, going off the corner. And this has cost him huge amounts of time to CB. And that means Yayyyy John can now have a chance to win the race if he can close in the gap. He looked pretty fast on that soft tyre. Grand Cracker still within DRS range of Dervas for the race lead. He needs to stay there if he wants a chance to still win this race. Get his first career victory in F2. He's already gotten a podium before, but now he's setting his sights after the race when he's finished third, he's finished second. Can he get the win? It's very close. It's very much on the cards here for Grand Crackers in the Campos. The Red Bull livery car. The Alpine driver in F1 as Dervas trying to break the toes. He heads to the inside of the track, weaving down the straight with 2 laps remaining in the race. Yayyyy John sets the fastest lap of the race now with 1 minute 14.5. He looks really fast in dry conditions here today, much faster than he was in the wet. He's now got a lot of pace to give. He's got DRS on CB as well. And Grand Crackers though, gaining once again on Dervas, who's struggling for straight line speed down the straight. Here comes Grand Crackers for the lead on the outside line now. And it's side by side between 2 sets of cars going through the corner. Once again, Grand Crackers goes wide. So does Yayyyy. CB takes third place away once again. And Dervas now has DRS and will pull away on the straight. This is not good for Grand Crackers, but he has one more chance on the final lap if he can get his braking point correctly. He has a chance to win this race for sure. It's so close here between the top 2, inseparable on the racetrack. And Yayyyy John looking to get third place away. He has a chance to win if he can get past CB before the final lap of the race. I think he has a chance with the DRS on both cars in front to get the move for the race win here. He's going to have to get aggressive on this final lap. He's going to go with you on the outside line. Orlando Norris gap, but he did make it work almost. Down the inside, can he get a switch back on CB? It's so close between these two. But this is really costing him time on this final lap of the race. Or coming into the final lap, I should say. To the outside he is. Can he get a switch back going through here? Looks like he can. And he does. Down the inside he goes. Great move there from Yayyyy John. He set that up perfectly. And he's going to go for the lead. He's got DRS on the leaders. This could be a chance for Yayyyy on the final lap if the top 2 hold each other up too much. But here comes Grand Crackers with the triple DRS down the straights. Can he win? It's the final lap of the race here in Austria. And it's still all to play for. Great exit off the first corner as well for Grand Crackers. This is his chance. Can he win the race? A final lap battle for the win. We don't see this very often in F2. And it's now going to come alive in the final lap of the race here in Austria.
Yayyyy John has lost huge amounts of time through turn 1. Here comes Groundcrackers to the outside. He took the right braking point there, and he's now right behind Dervas off the corner. This is his best chance. Dervas struggling for traction, and he's got the DRS heading onto the final straight. This is his final opportunity, realistically, to get a move on Dervas. Can he go to the inside? Dervas covers the gap. To the outside he goes. He's going to try and get a switchback, maybe go into this corner through turn 4. Has he got the traction to do so? He does. The soft tyre coming back into his favour as the super soft is starting to sort of fall off in pace. To the outside he goes. Can he go around the outside on the final lap? It's side by side through the middle sector between these two. The Campos on the outside, and with Dervas on the inside. He's going to send a move on the inside through the final sector on the final lap. And it's side by side still now. And Yayyyy John is slowly closing in on the battle for the lead now. Groundcrackers on the inside in the Campos. Can he make a move on the final lap? In the penultimate corner. Down the inside he goes. Dervas gets the switchback. Can Groundcrackers do the same? He shouldn't touch the grass. He goes for it and they crash. And Yayyyy John is going to win out of nowhere. The top two crash out of the race on the final lap. And Yayyyy John wins again. CB gets second place. Will he get Dervas? No, he doesn't. Dervas gets second place. And that was such a stupid move there from Groundcrackers. He definitely deserves a penalty for that accident, as he sent a move on the inside and he completely took out Dervas in an attempt to win the race. All he had to do was be patient and try and get a switchback off the corner, but no. And he cost himself and Dervas a chance to win, and John gets a 4th win in a row here in F2 this season. What a dramatic end to the race, in what was absolutely the best race so far in F2 history.
That was fucking awesome. You know, that was really sad for Dervas and for Groundcrackers, but like, that was a really cool finish. I literally was thinking in my head, this is just like NPL last season. John's going to steal the win on the final lap, and he does. Yeah, literally, you stole it on the final corner on the final lap, you stole the win away, and it happened again. Crazy. Dervas still got second. A lone mouse stole a podium out of absolutely nowhere. Groundcrackers down to 4th place, and he will probably get a penalty. DJ Lama down in 5th, 6th place to CB with this penalty. That's very unfortunate for him. He drove a great race today, had great pace in that Trident. Crackers into the final corner. Dervas leaves the call, and understandably so, he's probably not very happy about that incident. That was a crazy final lap though. I thought that's what happened. I thought Groundcrackers hit the inside wall on the final turn, but he didn't. Bro, what a finish though. So thanks for tuning in to F2 Season 1 Race 5. We'll see you later for F1 at Monaco. It's going to be a crazy race.